Today we'll be reading a book based on the trials and tribulations of a little boy named Caillou. For those who have seen the show, I will not be trying to imitate Caillou's voice, thankfully. I wouldn't do that to anyone. However, I do think the stories themselves are good, so we will try to do it in my voice. Please enjoy Caillou and Gilbert.
You're getting to be a big boy.
I'm just a kid who's 4. Each day I grow some more. I like exploring. I'm Caillou. So many things to do. Each day is something new. I'll share them with you. I'm Caillou. My world is turning, changing each day. With Mommy and Daddy, I'm finding my way. Growing up is not so tough. That's when I've had enough. But there's lots of fun stuff. I'm Caillou. Caillou, Caillou, I'm Caillou. That's me.
And me, and me, and me.
One day, Caillou was coloring. He drew a big purple cat with green whiskers. I don't feel like drawing anymore. I want to play with my friend now, Caillou said. He left his crayons and went to find his sister Rosie. There was no sound coming from Rosie's room. The shades were drawn, and Rosie was fast asleep. Caillou tiptoed in. He knew very well that he wasn't supposed to disturb his sister while she was taking a nap. "Rosie! Rosie!" whispered Caillou. "Shh! Caillou! Be quiet!" Startled, Caillou turned around. Daddy was calling him from the doorway. Daddy looked annoyed. "Caillou, I've told you before not to wake Rosie while she is napping. I was lonely. I wanted to play with somebody," Caillou explained. "I'm sorry, but I can't play with you right now. Mummy and I are wallpapering the dining room." "But Daddy, I'm tired of playing all by myself." "Wait until Rosie wakes up," replied Daddy. And he went back to help Mummy. Caillou sighed. He didn't want to wait. He wanted someone to play with him right away. Then Caillou saw the cat stretched out on the sofa. Gilbert didn't have any friends to play with either. "I'm going to play with Gilbert," Caillou declared happily. He picked up the cat and put him in the back of his truck. "Vroom, vroom!" cried Caillou, pushing his truck. He drove Gilbert all around the living room. Vroom, vroom, beep, beep. Caillou was having a lot of fun. The truck and the cat started going faster and faster. Whiskers back, Gilbert wondered what was going on. It was the first time in his life he had ever ridden in a truck. Suddenly, the truck bumped into the table. Bang! Gilbert flew through the air and landed in a heap. Frightened, he ran and hid. The cat didn't like the truck game. But that didn't matter because Caillou had a better idea. He went over to the bookshelf and picked out a book about mice. He knew Gilbert would enjoy it. Caillou loved to tell stories. This is a story about a little mouse called Mousie. Caillou began in his best reading voice. He showed the picture of the mouse to Gilbert. Gilbert scratched behind his ear. He didn't seem to be listening. "Gilbert, look at the cute little mouse," Caillou insisted. Gilbert licked his paw. He wasn't the least bit interested in Caillou's book. Caillou was losing his patience. He shoved the picture of the mouse right under Gilbert's nose. "Gilbert, look at this." The cat jumped off the sofa and ran away. Caillou wondered what kind of stories cats did like. "I know what we can play," Caillou exclaimed suddenly. He just had another idea. He went into his room and brought out some dress-up clothes. Caillou put a baby bonnet and nightgown on the cat. He burst out laughing when he saw Gilbert dressed up like that. He put one of Daddy's old hats on his own head. The game was all set. Caillou picked up the cat and put him gently in the stroller. "Sit still in the stroller, Gilbert. Daddy will take you for a ride," he said, and he pushed Gilbert down the hall. But the cat didn't like being taken for a ride or being dressed up. He crouched down and then jumped out of the stroller. "Gilbert!" Caillou complained, disappointed. The cat ran into the dining room where Mummy and Daddy were working. Oh! They were very surprised to see Gilbert in a nightgown. "Gilbert and I were playing dress-up. I'm the daddy," Caillou explained. "Caillou, dress-up isn't a game for animals," said Mummy. "Not for animals?" repeated Caillou. "Do you like to play baby games, Caillou?" Mummy asked. Caillou shook his head from side to side. "That's because you're not a baby," said Mummy. Caillou looked at her, wide-eyed, as he thought about what she had said. "Gilbert is a cat, not a person," Mummy explained. "He likes cat games." When Mummy went back to what she was doing, Caillou was still thinking. "I've got it," he said at last. "I know what Gilbert will like." Caillou undressed the cat. Then he dangled the bonnet ties in front of him. The cat's paw darted out to catch the strings. "You like cat games, don't you, Gilbert?" Caillou said happily. "Wait for me, Gilbert. I'll be right back." Caillou went looking for a piece of paper. He crumpled it up into a little ball and threw it to Gilbert. The cat pounced on the ball and batted it with his paw. Caillou caught it and tossed it back to the cat. "Hooray, Gilbert! You're a champion!" Daddy and Mummy came in to see what was going on in the living room. Caillou was copying Gilbert. He was crawling on all floors beside him. "We're cats. We're playing together," laughed Caillou.